phone call. Let's get to news. Okay, Chris, you're on.
Hey, Howard, how you doing?
Hey, man.
Hey, first off, I love the show.
Thank you.
And then I want to figure out what happened to Gary this weekend.
Yeah, I heard about this.
He was supposed to be showing up at the clubhouse in upstate New York at 8:30 to 11:30.
That's in Albany, right?
Yeah. And,
Terry, I heard that you were booked in Albany from 8:30 to 11:30, and you showed up at midnight, and...
What's that?
And evidently the station, I mean, the management and everybody was, like, yelling at you and stuff?
I was booked from 9 to midnight.
Right.
9 to 11. And I got stuck in what was really a fatal accident on a highway, which was closed for like 2.5 hours. You know, just sit there, and there was no way off, and nobody was moving. When we finally got by, you know, state troopers are measuring, you know, where the bodies were.
Maybe you cut it a little too close.
No, I left with 3 hours and 15 minutes to drive to take a 2.5-hour trip. I mean, we were stopped, Howard. I genuinely stopped for 2 hours and 40 minutes. It was just they shut the highway.
What happened when you got there?
I started calling at 8 o'clock. I called every half hour. They were very upset.
They were reporting that he was stuck in traffic and stuff like that, but we also heard that he had stopped at another club.
No. That's not true.
Not true?
That's rumor.
Yeah, no, they were.
Why didn't? So what happened when you got there?
I vouch for that, how true that story was, but that's the rumor that.
What happened when you got there? Did they yell at you?
Yeah.
What'd they say? Did they threaten to sue you and stuff?
There were threats of lawsuits. And,
but what are you supposed to do?
The saleswoman grabbed me by my lapels and told me, "You're giving the money back."
Whoa.
As soon as I walked out of the car. As soon as I got out of the car, I started getting yelled at, and I said, listen, I started calling you guys the second I knew I was in trouble.
Right.
I told you, I gave myself more than ample time to get there. It's one of those things that you just can't do anything about. When they shut a highway, when they wouldn't let people off. It's just,
maybe you should have left that morning.
Howard, this is the time. It's a 2.5-hour drive. I left 3.5 hours.
No. I don't think that's right. Seriously?
Oh, come on.
You should have left like 5 hours.
Come on.
Seriously.
No, there was, I mean...
Am I wrong?
Was this on a Saturday? It wasn't like he worked that day.
No, it was actually, not only was it a Friday, but it was the weekend of Yom Kippur, so there was no traffic on the road. I mean, it was really smooth sailing every way.
No, but Albany's no Jews. Of course there's traffic.
No, Howard, there was nowhere near Albany, this accident.
Where was it?
It was in Connecticut. There's no Jews there either.
Oh.
But but there was no problem. I mean, I left myself plenty of time to get there. I've made this trip 1 million times. It's never been trouble.
But I love it. The saleswoman grabbed you by the lapels.
I would always leave a couple hours early.
I left an hour earlier than I needed.
Hours are a little tough, because you know there could be accidents.
Nothing like this, Howard. I mean, it's 2.5 hours.
I'm being serious. I would probably get there in the afternoon.
A highway
get a hotel, sleep,
hours.
and then show up.
Yes, you'd go right after the show, so you'd be there.
Yeah. That from the woman who walked into her Cleveland book signing late.
I was there.
So they were really upset with me.
Howard, there was a packed house in there, and they were all stuck.
I heard about 500 people showed up to see Baba Booey and his lips.
Oh. Well, he was giving the crowd a chance to build.
A little too much time. They peaked.
Yeah.
Wow. So did you return the money?
Everything's still in negotiation.
Well,
I'd certainly have the money back. I don't care. I mean,
do you think you're entitled to the money?
I mean, I showed up there. I did show up, and I was there for 2 hours and signed autographs for people, but I don't even care at this point. I really don't. It's, I'm like Pat Cooper. F you, take your effing money, all of you.
Really?
Station.
What are you mad at them for?
Because they were not that nice to me.
What time did you get there?
You showed up late.
Yeah, but
you showed up at midnight.
Yeah, but Howard, there was nothing you could do about it. I mean, what could you do? It would be like...
You leave in the afternoon.
It would be like what would you do if you had to go to L.A. and do something, and you were cut for time, and your plane circled in the air?
Well, no. If I leave for L.A., let's say I got to work in the morning, which is a reality. And
let me ask you a question.
L.A. is a 6-hour flight. Like, I leave right away.
Hold on. Let's be more realistic.
Okay, go ahead.
Why don't you leave 4 hours early every morning in case you hit an accident on the way to the radio station because you know that this job is important?
All right, because it's a special event that I'm being hired for.
Right,
it's a one-of-a-kind event.
Special than this?
No. There's only so much hours. There's only so many hours in the day. If I book myself on a Friday to do a special one-shot appearance where I'm going to get paid a lot of money, and I have hours to spare, I might drive up early and take a nap up there so I know I'm set to go, rather than sleep here and then drive and cut it close.
Howard, I've done 500 appearances.
You lucked out.
I've done 500 appearances in 15 years and never had any trouble that resembled anything like this.
Like, in other words, you must have gone from the station and drove home and relaxed for a while in Connecticut.
Yeah, I think I had some dinner and then I left. But I left at a really reasonable time.
See, after dinner you're leaving. You're cutting it too close.
No, you don't know when I eat dinner.
What time do you eat dinner?
5 o'clock.
All right, you ate dinner at 5. You left around 6.
It's about 5:30.
5:30.
5:30, 5:40.
Right.
To be up there for 9. It's a 2 hour and 15-minute drive from my house.
Car could have broken down.
But it didn't. Yeah, and if
it
the car broke down, what would you do?
Well, if you left enough time. I'm saying if you had left after the show and gone right up to Albany instead of going home, then you get a hotel room.
I can't believe that you're saying that about me.
I'm thinking that's what I would do.
No, you're thinking that in hindsight.
No. telling you if I was booked for an appearance in Albany, I'd book right out. But I don't know. Maybe you're right. I don't know. I don't really care. I wish you wouldn't do any appearances. I wish you would have stayed more hours here at work.
I wish I could, too.
Yeah.
I wish I made enough money to stay here that long.
I don't believe that. I think you're making too much money. That's your problem.
I believe you do.
I do.
The reason I want...
You're telling me that the...
Do you think I do appearances because I like them?
No, I think you just want extra money.
Well, okay, I would like some more money.
Yeah, because your wife has put you into a lifestyle that you can't afford. Don't say you don't get paid enough. You surely get paid enough. There isn't another person on the planet would pay you what you're making here. That's the truth. You've never been offered as much money.
If you put everything together, but I think if you were to say, I don't make anywhere near what other radio producers make.
Doesn't matter. There's no one who would pay you, Baba Booey.
Oh, that's not
Who would pay you?
That's not nice to say.
Okay, all right, sorry. Yeah, everyone would pay you a lot.
15 years you have me, but I'm so bad that this is the best you can do and you're afraid to fire me. Is that pretty much what you're saying?
No.
Then why am I still here?
No. I'm just saying I'm saying you make enough money.
No, but why?
So you're not taking these gigs. Your wife has put you into a lifestyle.
Then why did I do them before I was married?
Because you want the extra money.
Right, but why did I want the extra money?
You were dating your wife.
No, I
had to pay for it. Everybody knows that.
So you don't think I'm worth what I'm paid? You think I'm overpaid?
I don't even know what you're paid, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I know.
Honestly, I don't.
I know you don't.
I don't want to know.
I actually don't want you to know either, because
why?
Because I'm not sure how you feel about it.
Overpaid.
No,
right. I really don't want to know.
You know what I would make would somehow affect what you think of me, one way or another.
Whatever it is, it's too much. All right, thank you, Gary. All right, so you had an upsetting experience.
It was upsetting.
Maybe you're going to have to leave for your appearances earlier, or maybe you should cut back on your appearances and just stay here at work and do the work you need to do.
Well, the work I needed to do was done.
Well, why don't you leave now for your next appearance? Do us all a favor. All right, thank you, Gary. No, I think you're very talented, and I'm happy to have you. I'm glad I have you. You know that.
I don't think you like me someday.
I like you a lot.
No, it's not nice.
No, I like
it. It really
you.
isn't.
It isn't?
No.
I'm a mean man.
No, you have a streak in you where you love to see others fail.
Right.
I admit that.
That's true.
So I don't know that it's directed to me,
yes.
But I know you love to see others fail, and maybe that's just there's some happiness for you there.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for analyzing me.
I don't even know what he just said.
I not only don't I know what he said, but I have never once said, gee, I hope Gary fails.
Yeah, I'm wondering from the conversation how that came up.
I only wish him well, but of course this is his perception. Because he's paranoid. Go back to that psychiatrist. You're not done.
I'm cured. You're the one there 4 days a week.
Well, at least I'm willing to recognize I'm not
Maybe he was
cured.
trying to help you out. Did that ever occur to you?
Robin, he's been trying to help me out since the day I met him. Never has he ever tried to be my adversary, only to help me.
Seriously, you don't think that by me, you think I'm pulling your leg.
No, I know, but I think
I'm telling you that I would leave as early as possible for a gig. I'm not kidding you. I would. That's the way I am.
And actually, I thought I did leave earlier than possible, but you're saying something that's easy to say now after it happened.
No, that's the way I operate.
I don't know that you would.
I am telling you. No, I do. I mean, I do operate that way.
I don't know if that's the truth, but it's hard to say because you've never been in that position.
No, I've been in that position. Like, I've been booked to do the Tonight Show where literally I have to leave here and fly out because they need me for a Friday night, but I have a job here, so I do it, and I tell them up front, I'm going to get on a plane. If the plane doesn't land, there's nothing I can do.
So whenever you...
But if I had a gig in Albany, and I was done on a Friday morning, what I would do is I would do my work here, I'd finish up, I'd get in my car and I'd drive up there. Have a relaxing dinner at the hotel, and then we'll go over and do my gig.
Okay.
That's what I would do. Now, I know you think that that's me being mean to you.
Well, I think it's easy to say that in hindsight. I think that...
All right, whatever. That's what I would do.
Maybe it was easy to say, but the motivation was good.
Right.
You're saying the motivation was bad.
Right. You think I want you to fail, and you think I'm saying it to be mean. I'm doing it to help you. Now, you don't believe that. So you must think ill of me. You must think I don't like you.
You must think you don't like me.
I like you. I do. I like you.
You just had the funniest face when you said
I like you. I don't know how else to say it. I have a funny face. I agree. What is so difficult?
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Silly. Because it's silly.
No, why are you laughing, Robin?
Because you're funny.
Come on.
You're funny. It's funny because you have this persecution complex.
It's sad.
Why do I have that, Robin?
Why? How would I know?
You left only enough time to arrive there by the skin of your lips. And you really...
I left enough time to arrive there an hour early.
If everything went well.
No, you're right, if everything went well. So
but you know that things on the road don't always go well. There's flat tires.
Give yourself an hour's time for things to go wrong.
There's flat tires. There's an
hour for things to go wrong.
An hour is not enough. No. In my mind, an hour is not enough. Unless that's all the time you have.
And then the other upsetting part of the whole ordeal was that Well, you know what? I'll tell you off the air. I don't want to.
I think you ought to tell me.
No, I don't.
Tell everyone. The audience wants to know.
No, it's. I think that.
Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead. Go ahead and say it. Your wife got mad.
No. This is more business and then.
But money?
Yeah, it was like that. I don't think the station up there wants to get involved in.
All right.
Howard, the reason I wanted to meet him is because I'm going down to the Adult Internet Convention down in Miami.
Let me ask you something.
And I wanted to do something for you down there.
Well, let's see. What's really important to you? Let's see. That would be far away. I've got an example for you. Like, in other words, if there was something really, really important that Baba Booey had to do at night, and he didn't want to miss it,
Howard, do you think
would he have only left an hour?
Do you think I don't take these things serious? Have you ever? Let me ask you a question.
Oh, I think you take them seriously.
Have you ever?
But I think if something.
Wait, hold on. Can I just ask a question? In all the years that I've been doing this, have you ever heard of me being late or being irresponsible or not showing up for anything? I don't
pay attention to your gigs.
Have you ever heard anything? Does anything
I wouldn't even know.
No, not that you don't know.
I have no memory. I don't remember yesterday. That's not a fair question for me.
No, it's a very unfair question for you.
I'm sure there are things that have gone wrong with your appearances, but I'm not aware of them. I have a busy, busy life.
Listen, I've been 10 minutes late, once or twice, but as a general rule, I'm as dependable as they come.
Yes.
I show up.
But to leave an hour difference in time to get to Albany when you're driving yourself, I would say is cutting it too close. If you have extra time. That's all.
Okay.
I'm not saying it to be mean.
Great. Okay.
I'm just saying that there's a performance formula. 3-hour drive, you leave 3 hours extra. Ever hear that?
No. You just made that up.
No. That's a performance formula. Sometimes it's even written into contracts. So because performers are notoriously unreliable.
Okay.
All right. That's it. All right, now you've been lectured.
Now you can leave. Educated would be the word.
Right. Whatever you want to say. Okay. All right, I'm all done.
You sure you're done?
I'm done.
You sure?
I am done. I am absolutely done. All right, go ahead. Leave. Robin, what's in the news? Yes.
Hey, listen, I'm going down to the Adult Internet Convention.
Yeah, we heard that. All right, go ahead, Robin.